What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So yesterday Juventus did draw 1-1 against Sporting Lisbon away from home to clutch the semi-finals of the Europa League. We're going to be facing Sevilla, which is not an easy matchup whatsoever, but at the same time we could have faced a Manchester United side which a lot of times this season has shown a lot of promise. So it's kind of a half positive. On one side we could have faced a really good Premier League team, but on the other side we're going to have to face Sevilla, who have historically been really good in the Europa League. Regardless, let's get into the topic of the video, which is that Juventus should renew Rabiot. I came to this conclusion from yesterday's match, and to be honest, I've had this opinion for quite a while now. I mean, when a midfielder scores 11 goals at this point of the season, it is quite hard for him not to be praised. And yesterday, he obviously scored the first goal of the match to make it 1-0, but at the same time, he did cause a penalty, and I am going to acknowledge that because it was quite a dumb penalty to give away. Not really typical of Rabiot, who most of the time is quite clean with his tackles. This was a tackle that he really shouldn't have been committing in the first place. And although he did make this mistake, which could have easily cost us a tie, mistakes do happen in football, and we can't just ignore the amazing matches that Rabiot has had throughout the season. Obviously, there's the fact that he is on his last year of his contract, which obviously, as most people know, most players tend to play better on their last year of their contract, mostly due to the fact that they want to receive a bigger salary that they're already on, or that simply they want a renewal from the club that they're already playing at. And this can easily be a case for Rabiot. He might be playing better or stepping up his game in order to sign for Manchester United or Liverpool, because in my opinion, him renewing with Juventus is kind of 50-50 at this very moment, due to the fact that, first of all, he has made a few comments to the media where he's kind of hinted that he might be heading to the Premier League, which kind of shows maybe perhaps his intentions, which can possibly be a bigger salary, which you can't blame people for looking for a bigger salary somewhere else, because at the end of the day, football is a business. Players do want to get paid more, but at the same time, I think Juventus can really benefit from renewing Rabiot. I mean, as I said before, 11 goals from a midfielder. I don't remember the last time one of our midfielders has done such a thing. Perhaps Vidal a few years ago, but basically since then we haven't had a midfielder score this many goals. He's worked a lot on being a threat from set pieces, which if you guys do remember, prior to this season, basically he had never scored from a set piece. The only time I remember was against Porto, I think. But this season he has really been a threat from set pieces. He has improved his headers a lot. He didn't really score much with his head prior to this season. Also, his physicality is something that we really can benefit from. And look, I'm saying that Juventus should renew Rabiot, but I'm not saying under any conditions possible, because if Rabiot is asking for something crazy like 30 million, 40 million a season, I don't think Juventus should be giving that. I mean, let's not forget last season they literally didn't renew Dybala because of a high wage. In my opinion, they shouldn't be offering more than 10 million a season for Rabiot, and even 10 million a season is a big stretch considering we've been paying him 8 million every single season for the last 4, and let's not forget the past 3 seasons they have been really inconsistent from Rabiot. So look, my personal opinion is that we should be renewing Rabiot, but it all depends on obviously the financial difficulties of the club. We're under investigation for a lot of financial stuff at the moment, so that can also have a say on whether or not we renew him for a big wage or not. But at the same time, I do really hope that we do renew Rabiot, because at the end of the day we will have to replace him regardless. I think we should rather spend a little bit more on his wage than spend a whole transfer fee on a new central midfielder. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you in the next one.